these replays are, yeah, certainly pro-level replays off of the Korean ladder. I have not seen any games of Page before. I'm not exactly familiar with his playstyle. I'd actually be pretty surprised if, you know, you guys had heard of this player. Yeah, just because I haven't heard anything about him, but you know what, he still should be a pretty good Zerg. I'm excited to see his play here today. Page's opponent over at the 2 o'clock position, the red Protoss player, is going to be from the team MVP. We have Avenge. Avenge, although he is part of, you know, a pretty reputable Korean team, MVP. They're sort of like, they're pretty new, especially compared to some of the other Korean pro gamer teams. But yeah, just being in a clan like that, you know, you've got to be pretty good. So this should make for a good Protoss versus Zerg matchup. These guys have spawned close positions, which, yeah, indicates that this is certainly going to be a ranked match. Most tournaments actually use the modified versions of this map that actually prevent you from spawning in these close by foot rush distances, as the probe has actually already scouted what's going on in Page's base. He sees that Page so far, you know, just has put down his extractor. Nothing else at this stage. I'm wondering, I guess he's going to get a pool now and probably get pretty quick metabolic boost. We have a Forge first build here from MVP.Avenge while he's chrono boosting out more workers. Of course, Page's drone can certainly see this, sees what's going on in the Protoss base. Extractor now complete, and the spawning pool is now half done as well, as this drone is going to be chasing this probe around the base for a very long time. They're just hanging out in the smoke stacks over there at the left part of Page's base. And I'm wondering, is Page going to... Oh, this isn't looking good. We got a couple of cannons going down on the low ground here. It looks like we are going to see some cannon pressure. Of course, though, Page very well aware of this, and we're going to have to see how his defense is against this kind of cannon rush here. 2 cannons going down, 1 spine going up. This probe still being quite annoying, going to get forced away by the drone. And, oh my god, what is going on over here? This is going to be a cheese versus cheese. You know, these guys try to outwit each other, as Page has hidden a hatchery in the base of MVP.Avenge. These 2 spines will be done momentarily, but how much spawning is this probe going to get done? If this probe gets taken out, oh, that's bad. Now that the probe is dead, it's going to be harder for Page to spot the high ground. Sorry, for Avenge to spot the high ground. Oh, look at that probe actually quartering himself in here. It would have been good if Page had sort of the APM to focus down that probe with one of the spines, because the probe had to walk by. One of the cannons does get completed. Avenge actually still has no idea that this hatchery is nearly popped in his base. Spawning pool taking a lot of damage now too, down below half hit points. This spine crawler rerouting, and the hatchery is complete, and we have a queen along with a couple of lings as well. Going to be popping into the base of Avenge any second here. Whose cheese is gonna win? Who's got the stinky cheese here to take out their opponent? Oh, force to cancel on that spine. And that spawning pool goes down. The broodlings come out, take out the probe and the cannon on the high ground. And finally, with the creep flowing into his base, Avenge realizes what's going on here. And now Avenge is on the defensive. I mean, the spawning pool just got reset. It's only halfway done once again, as these guys, these cheese masters, you know, going head to head here. It looks like the final cannon and pylon is going to get cleaned up by Page. And now that Page has 1 queen along with 4 lings in the base of Avenge, is it going to be enough? Only a cannon starting right now. This queen can certainly tank a lot of damage from these probes. Are they going to be able to focus it down in time? Nothing else really on the production tab for Page, of course. He can't really afford... well, he only just had his second spawning pool pop now, and now there's a Zealot done too. That Zealot had no problem taking out the queen, and I mean, this hatchery taking a lot of damage now as well. Ooh, is the creep tumor? No, it was just a second or 2 from completion, but there's a detector in that cannon anyway, and I don't know. I don't think a few lings popping out are really going to be enough. I think that metabolic boost is kind of a waste at this point. I don't know why he needs speed when he's got creep and a hatch in his opponent's base, but either way, things aren't really looking good for Page. I mean, I liked his creativity with this kind of counter counter cheese, but I don't know if it really paid for itself. He didn't really do that much damage. Let's take a look at the worker count actually. 18 to 17, slightly favoring Avenge. KOR on the way. A couple more links are going to pop out, but these, you might as well cancel them. Those zealots are going to make mincemeat of any zerglings that pop out. But I guess at least he can do a little bit of scouting. He's going to see the double gas, he's going to see the chrono boosts, and of course the cybernetics core as well. But yeah, those zerglings, oh, they actually managed to get one probe kill. Alright, not too bad. And we have a replacement hatchery going up in the natural here of Page, and he's still just only has one extractor up. He's not even mining any gas though at this point. Finally switching a drone onto that as the metabolic boost finishing up right now as well. This queen heading down to the natural, and finally this hatchery does get taken out. The broodlings don't do much damage. There are 3 larvae left still, so that's some vision for the meantime for Page here. He has one overlord trying to make his way out. You know, why not use that larva for something? Good heads up play. This zealot actually does 1 damage to zergling, or the zerg cocoons. Man, it's pretty heavy duty armor. I'm wondering who actually is going to win here. It's very close. The zerg player is actually ahead in supply by 5. I mean, the worker count, very similar. Let's see who's winning on the income. I guess with the slight harvester advantage now in the favor of Page. Yeah, he's going to be looking good as we sort of enter the mid game here. He's trying to get this gold base up as well. I think this might be just a little bit too bold. Oh, that creep tumor gets taken out. That's a waste of 25 energy on those queens. The spine crawler just slightly out of range. But as I was saying before, I think this hatch here might be a little bit too bold for Page to be trying to take that gold, especially when you spawn close by foot. It's just so hard to defend this middle gold. It's so close to your, opponent's base. I think it would maybe be smarter to take some kind of hidden expansion on the other side of the map, but let's leave it to Page here and see if this is going to work out for him. We actually have a Stargate that is complete. He already has 1 Void Ray on the map. He's getting Phoenix out as well. Avenge here really switching pretty hard into this air army, and a second Forge on the way as well. What is that about? He's not even getting upgrades at his first Forge. He's putting down his second Forge. I'm not actually sure why he made that decision. It's a little bit bizarre. These speedlings here see exactly what's going on, and 2 more queens on the way as a result. So there's already 1 queen down here at the natural. 2 queens in the natural, 1 at the main, and 2 more on the way. So you know what? Page is actually probably going to be pretty good to hold this. He's going to have 5 queens any second. He's getting an Evo Chamber, Roach Warren, and these lings here still just hanging out outside. They don't want to put too much pressure on. They're not going to be cost efficient in that respect. But if this hatchery goes down, that is going to be bad news for Page. Is he going to bother trying to get anything in here in time? These poor queens just waltzing so slowly. Off creep, they move at less than 1 unit of speed. 0.94 is like the slowest thing in the game almost. Takes a long time for them to get here. 2 of them getting Graviton Beam. Nice heads up play. Oh, and with that transfusion, MVP.Avenge calls GG, because at this point, Avenge realizes that he isn't, that he's going to lose just because there are 4 spores nearly complete. There's so much anti-air. So great heads up play by Page, having just the right units out to deal with these Phoenix and Void Rays. He had like 5 queens, putting down a bunch of spores. He had some zerglings as well, poking the front door of Avenge, and just sort of choked them out as 3 base on 1 base, and it was going to be very difficult for Avenge to